Now, one thing I want you to accept is the price. So if Google drops these devices starting at $1,000, I don't want to hear you bickering and complaining saying it's not worth it because... All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man, Jay. So Pixel fans, don't be deterred. Your time is coming. So recently, obviously, the new iPhones are launching. At the recording this video today I'm recording this video on the first pre-order time for the iPhone 13s. So Pixel fans are excited too because we get the 6 and 6 Pro. And everything that you wanted, I think Google's giving it to you this time. You were tired of this design. Remember you said, oh, this design, blah, blah, blah. This design is actually pretty good to me, but you're tired of it. And so Google's going to change that up and go back to flagship type deals. And a lot comes with that. You're going to be getting bigger screens, more high power screens. You're getting Google's new chip. You're getting high power cameras. You're getting a whole bunch. You're getting the internals. You're getting the 888 and everything they're going to offer. You're getting it because that's what you wanted. Now, one thing I want you to accept is the price. So if Google drops these devices starting at $1,000, I don't want to hear you bickering and complaining saying it's not worth it, because worth obviously is in the eyes of the person holding the device, but I don't want to hear this because those prices line up perfectly with what other devices are selling with these same internals. You can't expect Google to sell these devices for $699 just because that's what you want. So the people that keep saying, oh, you know, they're going to be overpriced, they're going to be overpriced. No, they're not going to be overpriced, especially when we have a 1 terabyte iPhone for $1,500. That's just ridiculous. That's ludicrous. That is just the most comical thing I've ever seen. And then so if Google decides to release these devices at $999 and $1,299, I don't want to hear you complain. You asked for higher specs, you asked for all these things internally, and you're getting them. Now, I'm not saying I agree with all these high prices, but they're just lining them up with everything else that starts at $1,000. That's all they're doing. So you get what you asked for. So be careful what you ask for. Now, with all that said, I'm excited. I'm excited for the 6 and the 6 Pro. And you should be too, because the flip side of that is you are getting everything you wanted. Hopefully, you getting everything you wanted. And you're getting what I would consider, or what the tech world would consider, flagships. Now, personally, this is more than enough phone for everybody who complains about, oh, this, and that. This is more than enough phone. I mean, way more than enough. Even Google's mid-tier, as you guys like to label them, phones are better than a ton of phones out there. They just are. Killer battery, killer screen, killer cameras, just everything about them is there. And they're just adding more and more things in. And for this phone to come in at $450, it is an absolute steal. So what can we expect from the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro? Well, we obviously are going to, like I said before, you're going to get the performance. And there's a whole bunch of Geekbench and all this other nonsense. I don't pay attention to any of that. I go by real world testing. And I think the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, as long as the Tensor chip is going to perform well, there's people saying it's going to perform better than the 888. That's a little too far on the techie side for me. I want real world usage. So I think that when these phones hit in October, November 1st or whatever, when they hit, we are going to see a shift in the industry. Now, to the people out there to say, I'm not giving up my iPhone for it. Listen, Google's not looking for you to do that, I would assume. They just want to sell phones like every other company. Let's be clear here. Google wants to remain profitable, and they're making phones because they want to sell them. Yeah, Team Pixel and all that stuff aside, they want to make money like the next corporation. So why not let them do it? There's people out there that are saying, oh, we don't even have the phones yet. How are people naming it phone of the year? And we don't even have a phones yet. And how are people naming it this, and that? Well, I agree with that to a certain extent. We can't really name it phone of the year if it's not here. So why are people doing this? Why are some people saying it's the phone of the year already? It's not even, it's literally is not out yet. We see what it looks like. We know what's inside, ultimately. Why are people naming it phone of the year? I don't really understand that point yet, but I do kind of know why they're doing that, because if you just look at what Google's currently offering, here's how I could possibly name the 6 and the 6 Pro phones of the year, or at least one of them, just based on what they're currently offering me right now. I'm so impressed with the 4A, the 5, the 5A, the 4A 5G, all these phones are so impressive, why wouldn't I be able to name the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro phones of the year? Why wouldn't I be able to do it? They're very impressive. They have great battery. They have great cameras. The software, obviously, is on point. They've mastered the art of software. So why wouldn't I be able to name them phone of the year? I would be able to, just based on the current offering. And when you look at phones like the iPhone 13, the 13 Pro, the 13 Mini, they're phones that are going to just be, and it's ironic because all Apple talks about is 20% more here, 40% more here. That's the way they sell their phones. And you get the people defending them saying, oh, you're in the ecosystem, so, they have the best ecosystem. Here's what I'm going to say to that. Apple has probably the best support when it comes to my phone broke or I need to get something repaired. That's because they have a lot of Apple stores. There's a Google store in New York that you can walk into and actually see the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro. But I anticipate once other companies get that kind of support, like Samsung, to me, doesn't have that kind of support. There are Samsung stores, but there's none around here, which in turn, Apple still wins when it comes to that kind of support. But all of this is totally subjective, and it all depends on the person. So the people that get in the comments saying that, oh, it's subjective, depends on the person. Duh, of course. We all know that that's the case. But I'm not going to slam these people out here saying that the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro are going to be phones of the year, because I'm actually matching up. I think the Z Flip 3 is going to be one of my phones that I could possibly name one of the top 3. So, and that right there is based on experience. But even though I don't have the 6 or the 6 Pro at the recording of this video, I got a feeling they're probably gonna, okay, so first off, they already look better than this. Check that box. They're probably gonna have a better screen. They're probably gonna perform great. I mean, what else could I want? I like stock Android. I like Google's cameras. The only way the Google Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro will fail is if the Tensor chip fails. And I mean, like, I have heating issues. Like, this phone had some heating issues with the camera. And it's weird because it has the same, this is pretty much a Google Pixel 5 and a 4a 5G mixed together at a great price. But why is this one having some camera heating issues? It's strange. That will be the only downfall, I would say, to the Pixel 6 and the Pixel 6 Pro. So Google, I really hope that you don't disappoint in that area, because, naming it phone of the year obviously is a little too soon. We don't even have them in our hands yet. But you definitely can choose which one you think is for you. I put up a poll saying iPhone 13 or Pixel 6, which one's for you? Some people fully don't understand it. They're like, well, they're not here yet. Okay, duh, they are here. We know exactly what they're offering. Just because we don't physically have them yet, we can base them both on what we currently have. Because there's probably not going to be that big of a change, especially for the iPhone 12 to 13. Now, for the Pixel 6 to Pixel 6 Pro, or the Pixel 5a and 5 to 6 and 6 Pro, there is a huge change, and that is the internals and the hardware. So that is probably why people have such high expectations for the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro. And that's why a lot of people might choose that over the iPhone 13. I mean, if you're just taking away operating systems, they're both just phones. And so one of them is going to be loved more than the other, and vice versa. One's going to be hated more than the other. And I think right now, a lot of people are doing it. I'm not going to say they're doing it wrong. They're just not accepting the reality that if this is what they're currently offering, this is fantastic to a lot of people. How could they go downhill by bringing out a flagship version of it? So I say to those people that are against the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro being labeled phone of the year already, I'm not so much against it, I just can't confirm that yet. Because I honestly believe that the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro, either one of them, they're going to be in the top 2 for tons of people. And if they're not, then respect. Respect. One thing I'm not doing is, I'm not looking at anything the tech community has to say. I don't care what they're talking about, because I am a creator too. So I'm going to go ahead and get my grind on when I get the device in the house, and I'm going to give my honest opinion on it. It has nothing to do with Team Pixel and all that stuff. A failure is a failure. I mean, we pointed them out on this device. It has heating problems on the camera. I mean, I'm not having those problems now, but I put those videos out there when I did have the problems. So that aside, I'm over that. I'm not having any more heating problems. I shot a video yesterday, and it was like 95-degree weather outside, and it came out great. Let me see if I can show you just a clip of that. I don't want to pop it up on the screen, but yeah, I shot this video right here. I shot this video right here with this device, and it's fantastic. I shot different clippings with it, so I personally feel like if Google is doing that great already with this is probably why people are saying it's the phone of the year for them. And why so many people are getting upset about that? Hey, stop wasting your energy on someone else's opinion. Even when I put out the video on the Z Flip 3 versus and how you should consider it over people get so emotionally charged, and that's all it is emotions. You guys like to say to me, you should let a person like what they like. People always like to use this reasoning. Well, let those Pixel 6 fans enjoy their upcoming purchase that they're getting ready to make. Has nothing to do with Team Pixel. The fact is, the Pixel devices to me have always been great. If you like iPhones, then the iPhones to you have always been great. It's just that simple. I ordered my iPhone like I said I would. I ordered I actually got a higher memory option this time, but I did order the Sierra Blue Pro model, which is ultimately the same size as this. I ordered it. I said I was going to do it, and I did it. That's that. I know that I'm not getting that big of a change. I'm probably going to get, I guess you would say I'm getting better cameras. I don't know. I don't have it yet, but I think it's probably going to be an addition to this phone. It might have a little bit better cameras, but it's not going to be that much different. I ordered a higher memory option, like I said, and that's it. And I do have my new Z Fold 3 will be here soon. Hopefully, they're all back orders. So if you don't know the story behind that, if you're wondering why, real briefly, Pixel fans, just sit tight for a minute. So the reason that I have my Z Flip 3 is because I was cool with this purchase for that. Didn't want to make any changes. But with the Z Fold, I fell out of love with the color right away. And if you saw that posted on Twitter briefly, you thought, whoa, he's giving this away. Okay, yeah, I did. And so then in turn, I had to order again for the other color, and it's back ordered. So that's why you haven't seen that much footage. All the footage that I put out with the black one, well, that I recorded with the black one, it just wouldn't have been genuine, so I scrapped it. And maybe you'll see it like in unreleased footage or something. I don't know, but I don't feel comfortable using that as footage to cover the Fold 3 when I genuinely have been using the Z Flip 3, and the Fold 3 was out the door within 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever. So I'm going to start over with the Fold 3 once I get my new one in house. So that's why you haven't seen any coverage on that. Just kind of a backstory behind that. Yes, I bought it originally, but the black one, I fell out of love with that immediately. So I said, you know what? You're past your return period, so dump it and take the money and buy the new one. So the other color will be here soon if you're wondering why I have not been covering Z Fold 3 coverage. Now, Pixel 6 fans, I think you should rejoice. I think you should ignore everybody out there saying that it's not the phone of the year. It's not out yet. If you believe what you believe, that's fine. But I'm telling you, right now in this Pixel 6 video, the Z Flip 3 is probably going to be in my top 3, period. I don't see it any other way. So if I'm going to name some phones that are probably going to be there, the Fold 3 might be there, the Pixel 6 might be there, and the Z Flip 3 might be there. That might be my top 3. Pixel 6, Z Flip 3, Fold 3. In no particular order. That's probably, and if I add my top 5, Pixel 5a and iPhone 12 or iPhone 13. That's in a nutshell. So when people say it's the phone of the year for them, that's all you're hearing is just emotion. They're excited. I'm going to allow them to be excited. All you people out there who continue to hate on Team Pixel, continue to hate on Team Pixel. I love it. I love the attention that you give. That means you're thinking about us and you're envious of us and you live vicariously through us because you don't have the opportunity or you feel like you don't have the opportunity to be a part of Team Pixel the way we are. But the fact of the matter is, keep on hating because you love Team Pixel. I know you do. And you just want to be down the way you think we are down. But remember, everything is never what it seems. With great things comes great responsibility, or however that saying goes. So Team Pixel, where you at? Shout it out in the comments. I am happy that I can continue to enjoy the success of the upgrades that Google is doing. And I cannot wait to see the new earbuds that Google brings out. Shh. The Pixel 6 is going to be exciting. the Tensor chip is just I hope it just destroys. And not thinking of other devices, I'm talking about destroys whatever I throw at it. I know once they release that, it's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. And it's going to be in my top 5 for sure. Unless the phone has heating issues and it will still can still make it. It's just, you hope they would address that. But yeah, I'm ready and I hope you're ready. And so we're going to go ahead and enjoy this ride. Team Pixel, God bless. Everybody who loves Pixels, God bless. I hope you're enjoying your tech, even if you don't love Pixels. Yeah, I guess I could say that. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.